Welcome back to WagerTalk.com. NFL Sunday action. The New York Jets at the Oakland Raiders. Scott, have the Jets crash-landed back to earth or just went up against a better team last week?
Went up against the best team in the NFL last week, best coached team also with the New England Patriots. You know, Marco, I know you know Patrick Maher from Mad Dog Radio, Sirius Radio. Every Thursday night we do a show where we were talking last week in particular for about 30 minutes, of which it almost all seemed like it was about the Jets and the Patriots, and it was good stuff. But the reason I bring it up is we were talking about the NFL as we do every week. And in that particular show, we talked about the Jets and the Patriots. And I used the Jets in our Westgate Super Contest on that card, so we got that late cover with that field goal.
Love that 55-yarder.
Yeah.
Did you like the 5-yard penalty to,
oh, that was
to
just
take
beautiful.
it back?
That was just beautiful. TV almost ended up in the swimming pool. But anyway, I'm watching this, or I'm talking about this game last week, and I said, here's the thing that the reason I don't think the Jets will win this game straight up, but I think they can cover the big spread, is that their DBs, their defensive backs, get extremely physical at the line of scrimmage. They bump receivers, throw them off their timing, and I thought that could throw a little wrench into the New England system. But I also said they're susceptible to a very good tight end. I heard New England actually has a pretty good tight end in Gronk. And, 11 caught passes last week. He was targeted 16 times, 108 yards and a touchdown. But here's the difference. They're going to be able to match up against the Raiders receivers, get physical with them. They don't have a tight end anywhere close to Gronk's talents. In fact, as I mentioned, Gronk, 11 receptions last week. The top Oakland tight end has 11 receptions on the entire season. I think that's a huge difference in matching up these two teams this week, where the Jets can get physical and cause Cooper and Crabtree some problems.
I've been riding on the Jets all season. I like this team, and, Rex Ryan's gone. Geno Smith's sucker punched and, on the bench right now, recuperating. This is a team that normally, Scott, you know me, I'm a situational guy. And that was a very big game for the Jets. Mm-hmm. It's their measuring stick, the legitimizer, whatever you want to, cliche you want to use for that one. And when a team has all that hype going into the game and then doesn't come away with the victory, a lot of times I'll look to jump in and go against them the next week because there's kind of like a hangover effect. But the flip side of this is Oakland's coming off just as big of a game. And the fact that they came out of their bye week and just took it to San Diego. Mm-hmm. Forget the final score of that game last week. That game was nowhere near what that final score put it at. They were blowing the doors off San Diego. And Phillip Rivers was still in the game down 20-some points, just putting, making it garbage time stats. And so don't get fooled by
That's a big rivalry game for, Oakland and San Diego. It's funny, I was sitting there on Sunday watching the games and doing a little bit of, in-game stuff, and then I get a text from our good friend Seton Williams at Fox Sports, and he's at the game. Yeah. He's a big Charger fan. He grew up there, and he comes out and he says, just real quickly, he says, this game sucks with a capital S-U-X. I mean, it was over from the start. So you're absolutely right. This final score didn't tell how big of a blowout that game was.
And I enjoyed it because I had the over, and it was pretty sweet sell in there. But I'm looking at this one, the Jets, as you said it. The defense has been the ticket to this team this season. They have stopped everybody. The only team that has scored more than 24 points on them was last week with New England, as you said, one of the best teams, in the league, if not the best. And they got scores late, did New England in the fourth quarter, finally to pull away. I think the Jets shut down Oakland, and I like what the Jets are doing offensively. They're balanced. They run the football well, and Fitzpatrick is a good game manager. He's not going to make stupid mistakes for you, keep you in the game. I think they go out there and I think they hand it to him, and I think we're getting a soft number simply because the Jets lost, and now people say, okay, yeah, the Jets, it was all smoke and mirrors, and Oakland has the big win. Now everybody's high on Oakland. Nah, I'll take the Jets. I'm going to lay the points. That's my video best bet this week. I got the Jets. And guys, check out on Saturday. We've got our one and only 6% college game of the year. I've been doing this for 36 years, guys. We're 27-8 lifetime with our college game of the year. Check it out Saturday at WagerTalk.com. Don't forget, you can get it as part of our weekend all access. Save yourself money, $69. Get everything from Thursday through Monday. Last week, we went 8-1 on that package, so check it out. Be sure to check out the other videos and podcasts available this week at WagerTalk.com.